All right, y'all. So listen, my girl Luna just dropped a video about moving to Puerto Rico, and baby, she was spilling all the tea. I said, now my subscribers gotta see this. Cause half of y'all be thinking it's palm trees and vacation vibes 24/7. But Luna gonna hit you with that real. So I'm gonna put y'all on.
Hi, my name is Jade, and welcome to Get Into the Black, where we explore life, business, and culture our way, from Puerto Rico to the world. And quick side note, I'm also an Airbnb host here in Puerto Rico. So if you're planning a trip, I'd love to host you. You can find the booking link right in the description box. Before we get into this video, go ahead and hit that like button like it owes you money. Drop a comment so I know you're awake and subscribe because why be a hater watching for free? Support the cause. Now, let's get into this tea. Clock it.
Have you been thinking about moving to Puerto Rico but you don't know where to start? Stay tuned. So, I've been living in Puerto Rico for about a year and some change, about 4 months now. And I'm gonna give you guys some tips because I get a lot of people asking me different questions about, moving to the island, how is the life here, how is the environment, and things like that. So, let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, I'm from New York, okay? I'm from New York. I've also grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm a city girl. I know about city life and things like that. So moving to Puerto Rico was I wouldn't say a culture shock, but it was, it took some getting used to, especially coming from New York City, where you can spend $2 and change and go from one end of the city to a whole nother city. Public transportation in Puerto Rico is not adequate as far as just being able to travel the whole island. They do have a train system and they do have buses, but it's not as extensive as, if you're coming from New York City, even in Atlanta, they have some public transportation, but that was a big change for me because you actually need a car here. Ubers are pretty inexpensive when you are in the city of San Juan. But if you are traveling outside the city to, any of the outskirts or anything like that, you'll get there, but the probability of you getting back is the problem because a lot of people that drive for Uber travel into the city during the day so that they can work. So there's probably not going to be any Uber drivers on the outskirts. If you're going 30-40 minutes outside of the city, you're not going to find any Ubers. So you need a car living here. So one of the easiest ways to find housing out here is one, Facebook Marketplace. You could put the price range of what you're willing to spend, and then you could also put the area of where you want to live or what you're looking for. There are a lot of options, but I will say beware of scammers because there are scammers. When you're looking for apartments or houses or whatever, there are people that will say you need to pay a deposit to secure an appointment to see the house, apartment, property, or whatever. That is a scam. No, they'll usually say, oh, you can pay $50, $100 to secure your appointment. We can't set the appointment without you paying this deposit. Don't fall for it. They'll tell you to PayPal them or something like that. It's fake. Why would you want me to pay $100 to set an appointment to see this property? No, what are you talking about? It's a scam. Don't fall for it. Another way that you can look is Clasificados, which is basically like a website for Puerto Rico where people post properties, houses, apartments, cars, different things like that. But again, beware of the scammers on there because I don't know what it is, but they take, if you see like a property like for, say for instance, like a 3-bedroom 2-bath or whatever, and it says like $600 $700 a month, 9 times out of 10 it's a scam. Like if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Another way I would say that you can look for housing is just before you move here, come visit. Drive around. You'll see a lot of signs in different places that say like "se renta," which is like for rent. You could call the number, and I would say that is one of the best ways because that's how you connect with the locals that live here. So the locals 9 times out of 10 own those properties, and the price isn't going to be hiked up because what's happening in Puerto Rico is there's a lot of people moving here and basically buying properties, renovating them, and then selling them for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times the rent of what's normally the rent. You know what I'm saying? And they're marketing to tourists, other people that's moving here from the States. So another thing is the banks here. So Puerto Rico is not a state. It's a US territory. So therefore the US banking system does not exist here in Puerto Rico. So there's no Bank of America, there's no Chase, there's no US banks here. Puerto Rico basically has its own banking system. So with that being said, if you are basically planning to start your own business or something like that, setting up a bank account in Puerto Rico, just know that 9 times out of 10 it's not going to be compatible with Apple Pay or Cash App or anything like that. There's no Zelle. But if you are working from home and you already have a bank set up back home, where you're receiving direct deposits and things of that nature, then you're fine. But just know that if you are planning on setting up a bank account here in Puerto Rico, there's no compatibility with Apple Pay and Cash App and things like that. So just keep that in mind. Yeah. So if you do decide to move here and you got your place and now you're planning on furnishing your place, 9 times out of 10 you want to look online and order things online. A lot of things are not going to be available to ship to Puerto Rico, or it's going to take months to get to Puerto Rico. So IKEA is going to be your best friend. There's Rooms to Go. There's Walmart. There's different furniture stores here on the island that you may want to look at before you decide to look online and try to ship things, because a lot of times items will get lost, they'll get damaged, or they'll take a long time to ship, or they're just not going to be available to ship. So just keep that in mind as well when you move here. So that's all for now. If you have any more questions or anything like that, feel free to comment below. Make sure you like, comment, share, and follow me. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.
See, I told y'all Luna wasn't playing. That video was the truth. So don't say nobody warned you. And look, if you ever slide through Puerto Rico, don't just come for the beaches, come get a plate too. Luna's a private chef out here, and trust me, she'll have you eating so good, you'll forget you even came for the scenery. Show her some love, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Oh, and if you rocked with this video, you definitely gonna like my last one where I broke down the real cost of living in Puerto Rico. Go peep that next. It's basically part two of this convo. I'm gonna catch y'all over there. Until next time, stay beautiful, stay blessed, and stay black. This is Jade, and you're watching Get Into the Black. Bye bye.